Hey, you're on the air. What's up?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, are you going to add hours to the school like Chicago does?
All right, good question. Thanks a lot. There you go. School what did Chicago added like over 2 hours, right?
Yeah, I think that is, I'm going to go out here on a limb, and maybe my educational colleagues out there in Hammond are listening. I believe that we should have a longer school day. We have been discussing it, but we've not gone into formal conversation about extending the day.
I believe we should have a longer school day.
What?
All right. Well, you did go out on a limb there because we haven't even talked about that ever. Let's look at and what's your name?
Pat Parker.
Pat Parker. Come on in, Pat. What school are you at?
The principal at Irving Elementary School.
All right, Pat Parker at
Irving.
At Irving. Okay. What time do you guys start in the morning?
We start breakfast at the kids start coming in about 7:45, and we serve breakfast till 8:15, and we start classes at 8:30.
8:30. Okay. I'm gonna ask you to move up on that mic just a little bit. There you
Okay.
go. I keep pushing it in your face,
I
and you
know.
keep moving back. It's like, all right, there's a reason for that.
Okay.
Okay, Pat. And so you start at 8:30 and you go till when?
Students are dismissed at 2:35.
2:35. So that's instructional time of 6 hours and 5 minutes. And you are?
I'm
Yeah.
Judy Zahn,
Judy Zahn. What school are you at?
and I'm at Irving. I teach 5th grade.
5th grade at Irving. So you're part of the 605. Let's take one other school. Irving feeds what, to Hammond High?
No, Clark.
To Clark. Okay,
Mhm.
Irving feeds to Clark. That's right.
We have students that go to Clark Middle School and also to Eggers Middle School.
Okay, so it's I was gonna say it's kind of in the middle area there.
Yes.
All right, but so you feed mostly to Clark. Let's take Eggers. When does Eggers start? Does anybody know exactly?
Classes start at 7:50,
7:50 to.
and the students are dismissed at I want to say at 2:50. 2:50.
2:50. So Eggers is actually much longer. Eggers is 7 hours, right?
Yes.
So are we having longer days at the middle school level than we are at the elementary school? Is that what it is?
They're the longer instructional day at the secondary schools, and they're the elementary.
Okay, so you get 6:05 at Irving, and you got 7 hours even at Eggers.
Well, you got to remember too, you got to take out a half an hour for lunch, and at the secondary schools, passing time between classes.
Passing time. Okay, so there's more time because you guys aren't doing passing periods at Irving. Okay, so it's similar timing then. All right, well, and what would you like it to see it go to, Superintendent Watkins?
We're not going to talk about it on the air. You are not going to get me to do that.
Somebody asked it.
We're thinking about the concept, and when I have some information to give you, I'll come on the show and talk to
Okay,
you
well,
about it.
I will just remind you exactly how much heat the superintendent in Chicago took when he extended the day.
Well,
So-
you don't need to remind me.
Yeah, okay, all right. I just wanted to remind you that. 219-845-1100. Hey, you're on with Superintendent Watkins.
Hey, Superintendent. I have quite a few friends that are teachers, and they're very open with me in regards to how they feel about ISTEP. And, they say all it is they're testing for the test, so it keeps the money trickling down from Washington. It goes from from the federal to the state to the local levels, and they feel that they can create a curriculum that's a little better, and they feel all they do is test for the test. That's my one question: how actually you feel about it. And two, this new test for third graders. How long have you known about that? How long has that been in the work?
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Well, the I Read 3 test was just passed in last year's General Assembly. So, we knew about it last year. Parents should have been notified. There was information that was supposedly sent from the IDOE to the parents of all third grade students in the state of Indiana. So, in the educational field, we've known about it because we watched the political arena down in the General Assembly. But parents should have been notified about that a while back as well.
I could speak to that, Dr. Watkins.
Okay.
I can assure you and our Hammond citizens who have children in the elementary schools that the elementary principals have been very proactive from the very beginning of this year, notifying parents. We've had parent meetings. We've had, as a matter of fact, today I've scheduled individual meetings with my parents in third grade so I can go over their child's reading scores of all the assessments that we have up to this point, so we can tell them we've assessed what their children need specifically in the areas that we know that they'll be tested. The department did release a sample test and a blueprint of the test, as they do with ISTEP. And so using that information, we created our own little pre-test, and so we assessed our own kids. And so we really know where they're at right now. And our teachers are very involved, very proactive, and are creating lessons and units to address their students' specific needs. And I know that's going across all the schools in Hammond in elementary. Their principals and teachers have been very proactive.